really hurt your speed down this straight, and you want as much speed as possible heading down into this sort of hairpin-like corner brains before the 50-meter award. But yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm sort of not surprised. I think any one of those three drivers could be up for favourite here. I think Mike tends to be a little bit not as good in qualifying as those two, but yeah, I think it's going to be very challenging. If we see RB's actually attack this track very hard. He's looking in very good shape right now for a very good start to his qualifying session. Obviously, the track hasn't completely roboted in now. Here, and he goes around. Oh, actually, a lift out of that a little bit. He went too fast, so that's not been the best of corners for him.
Yeah, Mike completely backed out there across the line, so those two not setting representative times. Whitey Ted might have set a representative time of 7.9. That's not too bad on the super soft. That's not a bad lap on the super softs at all. So, sure, we'll be pretty pleased with that one. But yeah, Mike and RBZ definitely backing out of their respective laps. That could be a sign that they are going for the super softs. We'll see. Surely got V6 on an 11.7, so he backed out on the super soft as well. So interesting stuff here. We've got, yeah, as you said, Matiz, the favourite. Not surprisingly, given he's what, 7 podiums in a row now. So he is in very good form here in Austria.
As Sergeant Matiz is coming out in the pits as well. Another driver to point out is SB Clark. He's new to the league, and I'm sure he'll give it his all and hope for a good result today. Also, Delta 44 as well. I've known about him for a very long time. He's a very quick driver on his day, so he should be able to provide some interesting competition at the front as well. But we see a lot of drivers doing their sort of initial laps here. Scorch on a lap currently. I think he might be. He's on a super no, he's just on a lap. He's actually 5 tenths off the pace, so he isn't on a bad start for his qualifying session. Anyone else out there on any laps? Marzano looks to be on a lap on a super softs.
Yeah, Melanie went P2 on the ultra softs on a 108.0, so again, not a bad lap from him. Porsche Crow in 5th on a 108.4 on super softs. Again, not bad laps from these guys here. V6 has improved now, obviously. The 108.0 also on the super softs, so pretty quiet start to the session as everyone gears up for their big runs, looking like on the super softs.
Yeah, I saw Renault come out pit lane. I think that might be Mundo actually. So he's coming in to starting his run. The track's on the rubber ring in a little bit. Now I'm wondering, a good thought of mine is that perhaps people are doing the early starts of the session on ultra soft tyres and then go and set a super soft towards the end as the track recovers up. That's possibly a thought of mine that in my head possibly.
Yeah, they'll be just doing quick lap, not very quick laps at the start on the ultra softs to get them geared up. Make sure they're primed and ready online, because it is a little bit different. I'm sure they've done online practice, but a lot of people seem to be going out at the moment. Matiz on the ultra softs, whether he'll complete that lap. Looks like to be a pretty decent one at the moment, I'm not sure though.
And now he's coming in, he's betting out, so yeah. It's this thing of just doing initial runs, isn't it? You know, they're just doing the initial runs, getting a thrill for it. That's what I do actually. I tend to qualify on the harder compound on most tracks, not all tracks, but on most tracks, some tracks anyway. And I do my sort of say I might do a soft run and not complete the lap, and then come and set mediums and do a lap on the medium tyre. That's what I might do, just get into the groove towards the end of the session. So let's see what these guys are doing. Just give it Lars is currently not doing anything. He's coming into the pit lane. Mundo is going on to a lap, so we're on a ball with Mundo. He's on the set of ultra soft tyres. We'll see if he can complete this lap. Heads into turn 1, and he's lost the rear, and he's into the wall. Oh my god, that was close, and that is a massive mess of that turn 1. He got on the curb, and I think he accelerated too quickly, and he's gone straight into that wall. Very high speed indeed, and he's lost his entire front wing, because that lap is pretty much aborted. Danny M7 and Mike Marshmallow are out there on the track. Don't know what Mike's going to do. Is Mike on the
ultras again?
Ultras again.
Could be doing another warm-up, which would leave all his eggs in one basket, really. I mean, yeah, he will be, because he's back. He's like not really going full throttle down the straight. But yeah, so big pressure on his ultra soft run then. He don't know what he's doing at the moment, but there's going to be on the super soft run. There's going to be big pressure on his super soft run, because he's only going to have one attempt and his ultra softs won't be in good condition to go straight back out. We've got a couple of drivers out as well.
He's giving Danny the slipstream, and that's going to help his lap. So that's a bit of inter-team play there, and I like that.
Could be the same set of ultras.
Could be, yeah. Danny
probably will be.
Yeah, Danny hasn't had the best season, so this is going to help his position massively if he can hit this lap up. But however, I would have thought this would have been better towards the end of the session when the track is at its best. But that's the choice they've made, and Danny's lap's been okay so far. He's understood a little bit there. He's not on the apex, so that's not been the best from Danny as he heads into the left right now. You'll be careful on the throw here. Yeah, it's not been the best laps from him either. Yeah, a bit of a mad lap from Danny as he heads into the penultimate corner.
Looking for a high 7 probably here from this lap, looking at his sec this time, unless he's nailed this last set. I'm not expecting a mid to low 7, so which we could be expecting from a couple of people, but he comes across the line now, and it's a 107.8. Yeah, it's pretty much what I said, high 7 there for Danny. He does go fastest with the aid of slipstream, but I'm sure he won't be too happy with that lap.
Mike came in, so the 65 there was probably the same set of ultra softs that he did that on, just to help his teammate get up the order. No one really doing any sort of lap. Oh my god, it's Joe is out there currently. Is he on some sort of lap? He's currently 5th actually. He's just completed his lap. He's a 10th off the pole lap, so that's not been a bad lap from him. So that shows him his time that's possibly in Danny's lap as well, because I'm sure he can go much faster than that. Gorge Crab, looks like he's heading onto our lap. He's on a set of ultra tyres, goes down to turn 1. Looks like he affects quite well. A little bit on the exit curb too much though, and that's going to affect again your run down here. As he heads down into the hairpin. Wants to get the best traction possible out of here. Gets the apex. He's a good run from here. And he's looked to be a little bit out of shape there actually on the exits. Not the best runs down here. As he heads into this sort of medium speed corner. And he's on the grass and he's lost the rear a little bit, but he's okay. He's okay. Been a decent attempt so far as we're going into the last sector now. He flicks it in, and he's on the apex quite well. And he's a good exit from here. He doesn't want to be on the curb too much. He's okay down the left and then the right, and it's been a pretty okay lap here as we head into the sort of penultimate corners now. Mana gets out of the way very well for him, and this should be on for an improvement. If not, that's just bad. And our last corner now, and ooh, yeah, a little bit out of shape there. And here comes DRS activated. Across the line he goes, and it's going to be not an improvement. It's not an improvement.
Maranzano went fastest there on a 107.5. I assume that's on the ultras. We've got also more slipstream techniques. Yeah, it was on the ultras. Slipstream for Camendo given by RBZ. So we're going to have to watch out for Camendo's lap time on those super soft tyres.
He's back down.
Maranzano going fastest. No, I think. Where's? Oh, okay, fair enough. I think they are doing it. Yeah, watch Camendo here. So he's about to start his lap now. I'm on board with him currently, so he's gonna get a good exit out of that corner now on the straight. Yep, RBZ's just ahead there, so gonna break down into turn 1 now. Camendo will be looking for a big slipstream. Will he repeat his antics from earlier? No, he won't. Not the best line though. Really not getting a great exit, but now he does have the full DRS of RBZ into the hairpin. He goes now. Will it be a good first sector? We'll check in a minute, I'm sure. But here he goes down into the hairpin. Gonna ace that braking. He's done very well there and got a pretty good exit as well. So far, not a bad lap from Camendo. Check his first sector is a 16.3, so about a tenth down on what Danny did. But he'll be looking to be a better sector too. Comes down into the right hand. That was pretty good. Looked pretty good. Maybe could have gotten the exit. Power on the exit a little bit earlier, but it's still not too bad. See if he gets the same understeer as Danny got through here. He's taking a more tighter line, which will push him wide a little bit more, but he's held up pretty well. So it's been another good sector for Camendo, and he's about half a tenth down overall on Danny here. So this is going to be very close as we come around the final 2 corners. Flicking it in now in 5th gear, missing the apex by quite some way, but he's going to hopefully hit the apex the final corner, which he has done fairly well. He's lost the car on the exit though. Is he going to beat Danny? He comes across the line, and he doesn't, I don't think. No, he can't have. So Camendo in 5th place on a 107.996. Pretty poor last sector there.
And then Melanie's on our lap as well on his Mana, and he's currently in 6th place. Does he improve on this lap across the line? And he hasn't. Or is he starting a lap? He might be starting a lap here. But anyone else up there, championship-wise, RBZ's out there currently, but he's into the pits. But this one I run on board with. What about Project 94? How is he doing
Lars
currently?
Has gone.
Project's lost
Lars
it
has gone
somewhere.
fastest of the supers. Lars is the fastest man on the Supers currently on a 107.7. Just
a very good time.
In second place.
As V6
V6 goes fastest.
I mean, it looks like he's gone for another run. He's quite no, he's quite out. So yes.
Yeah, he set a good second sector, but not quite matched his last one.
And then he. It's probably the 3-stopper, I think, isn't it? Because it's tyre wear, or is it 2 or 3 stopper? 2-stop. Yeah, tyre wear is a little bit marginal on this track, but I'd say it's quite an easy 2-stop race. If you start on the old softs, you're gonna have to go with the soft at one point. I think that's the soft mandatory tyre. It's the soft the mandatory tyre. So if you start on the old softs, you have to probably have to go soft, super soft, but maybe even the soft again, because it depends on the tyre wear. I think tyre wear is quite harsh on this track, so I would assume they've just on the soft you might have to go soft. Get on the super soft, you can go soft, super soft, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah, speaking from first-hand experience, I went on the ultra soft in my recent league race, and I did a ultra soft, super soft strategy fairly easily.
Alright.
So I'll be expecting that from the ultra soft runners. But with the super soft runners, a 1-stop, I don't know if that's possible. They probably would have done a lot of testing, but I'll be surprised, and we could see a super soft, ultra soft maybe from them at the end. But definitely expecting a two-stopper. We've got, I think that's RBZ coming out now on the super softs.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Feist's out there as well. So a lot of people doing their final runs here in qualifying. Mike's also out as well. And he's right behind his teammate. So that's interesting. I'm running a bit more slipstream antics going to happen here. We're heading to the last corner now.
Also joining the party. Oh, Matthias going to be very close to them, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think he got a bit of slipstream on that first straight, so I don't think he got the best of exit there.
Yeah.
Just giving him a nice slipstream. Check the first sector of Mike. So Mike in the first sector, he has done a wrong driver. A 16.2, sorry, and that is the fastest we've seen so far. I'm pretty sure from the super soft runners anyway, and he is looking very good. He's missed the apex slightly there, but he hasn't got the best of exit either, so sloppy through there from Mike. He won't be too happy with himself. Will he get the same understeer as his Red Bull teammate? He has gone pretty wide, but he's managed to bring it back to the apex to perfection, and this corner is absolutely crucial. He's taken it pretty well. Could have run the curbs a little bit more, but at 30.5 in the middle set, he's definitely well up on the fastest super soft time so far, I believe. Project has done a 107.7 on the super soft, but I'm expecting that to be beaten comfortably here by Mike as he comes around the final corner. What's it going to be? It's probably going to be fast. Yes, it is. It's a 107.3.
What a good lap
beautiful lap from Mike there.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to beat. And RBZ is on his ultra super soft as well. Is he actually on the lap? I think he is. Let's have a look at RBZ.
He's gone faster in sector 1.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to run on board.
Faster in sector 1, very slightly. It's close.
And continue on board with RBZ. And remember, they're very evenly matched, these two boys, and they're very quick. A little bit of understeer there, yeah, he's struggling with the cars turning there, and but he's okay, he's okay. To the left and on the right now, getting a good traction through there, and he's just going into the possible corners. This is where you can make mistakes and bottle your lap completely. If you turn in too early, if you go in too fast, he's okay at just about. Last one now, down the 4th gear. 5th gear, and now 6th, a little bit on the curb, but the exit's not that good, and across the line he comes, and it's not enough. He didn't improve because I knew he cut. I saw him cut that penultimate corner, so he's not improved.
Invalidated.
And
he did a 107.331. 107.331, which would have been very close to fastest. It would have been enough for fastest, but of course that cut has cost him hugely here. This is absolutely massive for the championship. We've got Matiz out on track. He's about to start a lap shortly as well. So, well, this could be absolutely crucial for the championship. RBZ in big trouble here.
Indeed, yeah, and he didn't get that lap nailed. So, in the end of the day, it's a bit of a torture situation for him. But we'll see if he does continue on with this lap. He is on a fast one still, so maybe his second lap might be a bit better. You never know, but he can have to sacrifice his race for this. You know, he's sacrificing the race performance on those tyres and how long he'll be able to go here. So here he comes. He's into the final couple of corners of this lap now, and let's see where it puts him. I don't reckon it's going to be as quick as he would like it to be, but it'll be up there, I would assume. And here he comes, last corner now, and across the line he comes. Is it going to be enough to go on top? It's only 5th, so those tyres lost their speed at the end, and that's unfortunate because him bottling that lap and corner cutting has hurt it. But RJ Matiz is also on a lap. He's on set super saucy down in 16th place. This lap really does matter, and it's got to be on it. He's got to be really, really on it to get any chance of being on pole position, and he cannot afford any balls. He cannot afford any corner cuts. It's got to be done and dusted, and he heads into this slow corner, and then he could exit now. He's got the exit he's got, and now he's got the left-hander coming up now. He wants to be as tight to this as possible, in my opinion. You don't want to be too off the apex. He tucks it in well. He's on the apex well. He's not on the exit too much either, so that's a really good set of corners. Left and the right part now, and the Williams driver is very, very on it right now. We know how good of a qualifier he really is.
So close to mark.
And here he comes. Close to the corner coming out now. He's nailed this. He nails it pretty well. He's not on the exit team mode, down the 4th gear. And he's a good exit here. He's got a very... Oh my god, look out of the shape. Here he comes to the line. Is it going to be enough to get a pole position? It is a pole position. It's a 107.202. What a lap from RG Matiz. That was smooth. That was smooth and fast. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah. No slipstream needed for RG Matiz. He goes 2 tenths quicker in the final sector than Mike. And that is an incredible lap time from him without slipstream. He'll be very, very happy with himself. And I think we've got one more driver coming across the line now. And yeah, Delta, and that's it.
There you go, there's your order. RG Matiz qualifies on pole position ahead of Mike Marshmallow in P2, both on the Super Soft compound tyres. And then we've got VC Racing in P3 ahead of Marzano in P4, P5 for Coach Crab, so those 3 on Super Soft tyres. Soft tyres, and then you've got RBZ in P6, very poor qualifying for him, P7 for Apple July in 4, P8 for Jessica Lars, P9 for Melanie, and P10 for AM7, so qualifying for a lot of the championship contenders. 5th and 11th, Commando in 12th, 13th for Oh My God It's Joe, 14th for Delta 44, good sleepy qualifying for him, 15th for SRL Caution, 16th for SRL Monster, 17th for STP Clarks, and that is your order done and dusted. So that was a very intense qualifying session. A lot happened in that session.
Yeah, very, very.
I do think RBZ can come 3rd.
Yeah, I think that is a win from Mike from RBZ.
There we go, they're all lined up now. Hope not.
Oh no. Yeah, it is.
Just reverse back. I hope for the best.
Well, this is sure to be a very exciting race.
Indeed, and here we go. Ready to go racing here.
A lot of cars on completely the wrong tyre. Oh, someone's jumped the start.
And we're lights out, and away we go already. So Matiz gets away very quickly here, heading down turn 1. He's already in front of Mike Marshmallow as he goes into turn 1 now, and he is in front of Mercedes. He's looking very feisty behind. I think that's V6 Racing as well in P3. And look at that, Matiz has got a very good start, and virtually car has been deployed. So that's lucky. It's a VSC, not a safety car, not a full-blown safety car. That's lucky. That could have been a lot worse for us.
Yeah, interesting start. I was at 7th, but I don't understand these tyres. Seems like some people are on the wrong tyres. Matiz shouldn't be on the ultra softs. RBZ shouldn't be on the ultra softs. So I hope that's a glitch, or those guys have been pretty much screwed. But anyway, Danny in 9th after that start. Not much really happened there at the start. Camendo, we didn't really mention him down in 5th.
He's in. Where is he? P6. So RBZ made a bit of. I don't know, did he make ground up, or does it? No, that's where he is.
No, he started P6.
So,
Gorsh made a move though.
Right now, we're ready to go racing once again. He's in P4, very good stuff, and he's on a set of. He's on soft tyres on your screen.
Crashed in quali. Yeah, he crashed in qualifier.
That's disgusting. How dare he? I think they're going on their way now. I think they've got the green light.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're going now. So they're already got going once again. Matiz is leading the pack. Oh no, maybe not. It just looks like they're going really fast through there. Maybe they are. Yes, you know, yes, yeah, we're going, yeah.
No, they're going
yeah.
very slowly, and Mike's got a chance.
Yeah, and he's got a double
Matiz's
move on him.
defensive.
Heading to turn 1, needs to be careful here as Mike tries to open up for his opportunities. The head through turn 1 already for the second lap of this race. Look at the V6 Racing, he's right on the rear of Mike Marshall. He's going to the. Oh, he's literally just on our screen, just weaving around like an absolute elbow. And they're going, oh my god, Mike's on the inside.
My.
Oh, I'm looking out, and Matiz leaves him in the space a little bit. He's on the outside, gets a better traction. Look at Gorge Crab as well. Look at how close they all are to each other.
Fifth.
But look at VC's going on the inside here. He's trying to look on the inside, but he cannot make this one stick here. Gorge is in P4, but it looks like maybe people are struggling to get past P2. Look at Danny as well behind. Oh, the Toro Rosso of Maranzano as well. Melanie is in P. Oh, he's trying to go around the outside of Maranzano, and he is on the outside. But Maranzano's on the inside, and he's trying to shut the door on him. He does shut the door very well, and he's into P8. So a very good move from him. But Project's now behind IBZ in P5, so they're making ground up as well. Looking down the order, Vice Ted in P10 for the last point playing position, and we're going to show you them down 11th place. Ezra Christian in 12th. Delta is in 44 is in 13th, doing very good for his debut so far. Needs to try and get those points. He's right behind SRL Christian right now. In Slipstream as we head into turn 1 once again. He's having a little look to the inside. He's on a set of soft tyres. He goes to the inside of the Ferrari driver, but he thinks better of it. And he's going to try again, but he's got a little bit deep there. But Comundo has not made any ground here as Delta 4.
Yeah, very close. He's got DRS now, so in the hairpin we go, and now out the hairpin. Has he got a good enough exit to challenge Matiz? I don't think he has, even with the DRS. He's going to have to settle for P2 at the time being, but Mike looking very racy early on and looking like he can keep with the fierce pace that Matiz is setting out front. V6 holding on as well on those ultra softs. Gorsh has lost out a bit, and I'm sure RBZ will be right on his heels sooner rather than later. Danny's made his way into P6 ahead of Project on those super softs. So it's been a good recovery drive so far from him. But yeah, these two out in front looking very, very good indeed. A good start from Matiz. He's managed to maintain the lead. Going defensive into there. I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to want to pull off Mike early on, and Mike's taking a very poor line through there. So on board with V6, he could get a nice exit out of final corner. Mike's nearly lost it out of there. So this could be a move here into turn 1. V6 all over Mike into turn 1, but he can't. Don't think he's going to be able to get that done. He doesn't. He sensibly stays behind and cuts that corner like by an absolute mile. But these three looking in a bit of a class of their own at the moment. As Mike once again right behind Matiz, going to wait for DRS. Also, he's just going to dive it up the inside into the hairpin. That's exactly what he's done. He's dived up the inside into the hairpin, and he's going to get DRS on the exit.
Very
close,
well.
bit of contact.
Look at all of them.
Oh, Matiz squeezing Mike, but Mike's going to have the DRS. V6 is just waiting for something to happen. Oh my goodness!
Gone! They're gone!
Oh my god,
And
absolutely huge. V6 has taken the lead.
Oh my god. That is controversy, and RBZ will be like this. Oh, let's go, boys! And, oh my god, Mike.
RBZ's into P2 now. He's got past Gore.
The understeer, and this is absolute controversy. Oh, did he hit? Did he hit the Maranzano? I don't know. I thought he did. But oh my god, it's just controversy here at the Austrian Grand Prix out of nowhere. And that is a big upset for the championship, both rivals there. That is what you call an absolute, just controversial collision there, and it just happened out of the blue. Matiz is into the pits as well now. Absolutely controversial, but now the man who's benefited out of this so much is RBZ. He's now into P2 in his luck. He had a poor couple of races in Monaco and I think at Canada, and now his luck is finally coming back to him, and he's chasing after V6 Racing, who is now taking the lead of the race. I think this is one of the first times in the season he's actually got a big lead like this. He's in the driving seat of this race.
This is extraordinary stuff. We didn't expect this. A couple of minutes ago, but now it's all changed. And yeah, RBZ's there. Danny's there as well. V6 is in a great position, 2-3 seconds out in front, because he's going to be able to do a comfortable 2-stop. So V6 showing good pace early on. We'll see what RBZ's pace is like, but this is absolutely incredible stuff. Project's right behind Gorsh as well, so Gorsh going backwards in the early stages of this one. But what ties of Mike and Matiz. Mike's in 14th on the softs, Matiz is in 16th also on the softs. So this is incredible. If these guys can get anywhere near the podium, I'll be very, very surprised. I don't think they'll be able to. Darby said the gap between him and V6 is staying about the same.
Yeah, you'll see on much more worn. Is he what tyres is he on? Super soft tyres as well. I think he's on a bit more worn super softs because he qualified twice on them. So you can see the McLaren boys of Project and Gorch now battling away as well. Look down this into the hairpin here. I think Gorch has just let Project through. Project's on the super softs and Gorch is on the soft. So good inter-team racing there. Feisted in 6th place, doing a solid job from Mercedes. Mercedes are having a very good day in the office today. You've got the Manor and the Ferrari driver of SRL Cushion battling away as well, and they're in the direct zone of each other. This could amount to something. And you've got Kaimundo in the Renault behind them as well. So you could sense that this is going to be some sort of three-man battle picking off here as well. But also, I want to bring up a fun fact for you guys on the stream. Donald Marwins, who's currently watching this race, apparently last night in the GBT race, came back from P19 on the grid to P3, so maybe it's not all out of the question if you're down the order to get on the podium, possibly.
Yeah. It'd be very difficult to hear though Mike down in 14th place and having to do one more stop like, well, most people will be doing 2, so yeah, 32 seconds off the lead. He's about 12 seconds behind at the moment, but in effect, but whether we'll be able to gain that is very unlikely, but he's got a chance at some decent points even so he is a pit stop ahead of everyone else, but of course he's a long way behind. And what's the gap between, looks, if anything, it looks like Danny is starting to catch up to RBZ, so RBZ's pace not quite as good as we might have expected early on here.
As Joe Maranzano battling away for position, I think it's Maranzano. And look at them, they're just going side by side with each other, and Joe keeps the lead keeps that position. But look at the Torossi goes to the inside, he's gone for it. They make contact with each other, there's a little bit of rubbing, you be careful of the ping pong effect, that can really hurt you. And that can really hurt you.
With each other? Alright.
Oh, Maranzano makes a late dash to the pits. Fucking hell, he made a massive late dive to the pits, Maranzano, and that was a little bit unsafe, I would say. So maybe I could be a little bit of a slippery snake and to the stewards. That could be an option. But Kaimundo, look at that, he's right on the back of SRL Cushion right now, but he just doesn't seem to have the base right now on those super soft tyres. He just doesn't have, I don't know, that grunt that he needs. I think he can get through these guys, but it just hasn't happened. But going back to the front of the order, as it stands, Danny is trying to catch I think RBZ as well, actually. I think this is what probably, it's just trying to do something.
Yeah, no doubt. RBZ has started to close down the gap on V6 Racing. As we said, I said Danny was getting closer, but it's turned around now, and RBZ's gaining 10th by 10th. Gap now just at 2.0 seconds. So that is what we like to see. RBZ closing down. We'll see when V6 pits. It can't be too long. And yeah, he's going to carry on. So
I think they'll have to both pit in together because RBZ's tyre wear won't be that good. And I also know that RBZ isn't that great on his tyres either, and the way he drives the cars. So he'll have to pit quite early, quite soon as well, I would assume. You never know, maybe around here he's pretty good on them.
Yeah, a long way for him to go 9 laps on those ultras is a good effort for V6. So that is easy. The gap is closing. Payne, yep, you are correct. The gap is now 2.1, so V6 done a really good job though of maintaining that gap at the moment. Looking down the order, we'll see what Mike's progress is like. He is right behind Maranzano and Dutch Gamer last at the moment, so he'll be looking to dispatch of those two as soon as possible. That is about 5 seconds behind Mike at the moment. And we've got Mike now right behind Maranzano into the hairpin. He'll be very frustrated at this point, but he's doing really well to keep his cool. The prediction is that V6 is going to lose it in the chat. And we've got Mike easily getting past Maranzano. Don't think Maranzano put much of a fight there. That's Mike into P13, but Maranzano trying to hold it around the outside, but to no avail. And RBZ's in.
Yeah, as oh my god, look how close Project 94 is to Danny M7 at this point. This is interesting.
What tyres is he going on? IBZ coming out on the soft tyre, looks like in 10th place. And he's going to look for a fierce undercut here to try and jump V6 Racing. Undercut probably not too powerful on here, given that it's such a short track. Payne says, damn pipped for RBZ, and he has done that. He's answered his prayers here. Not much going on though. We've got Project there right behind Danny.
Yeah, it really is there. Really strong, and he just has an attack coming anytime soon. Definitely looking good for V6 at this stage, but look at the exit. Danny's, oh, look at that. Project's right there. Looks like Project's a little bit more, got better tyre wear at this stage, possibly, maybe.
V6 is in.
Generally more pace. So there you go.
Yeah,
Danny
V6
now
is in. RBZ got 5 touch grip in the second sector. We got 5 touch grip in that second sector than V6. V6 does already have a penalty, whereas RBZ only has one warning, so that could play effect as well.
Oh, I was just trying to get past Maranzano, I think that is. He goes to the or was it Delta? I don't know. Delta, 44 actually. It's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. And he's just going to get in front of him. That is very close. But then we sit down this straight here. IBZ needs to get a car in front, and he goes to the outside. He'll have the better traction on the outside though, and he'll be able to go, and he's just about got it done. So he's got the car in front, and that is what we need to do. Unfortunately for V6, he's down behind. And he'd be a bit furious with that because V6 make the move as well. He's on the outside of Delta, goes around the outside, he'll try and cut back on him on the Toronto driver. Debutan's doing a very good job, he's fighting very well, very cleanly as well, no major collisions. And now V6 is into P9, so a superb job. V6 now getting done with that, but look at the gap, it's a little bit opened up now, but I'm sure V6 will be able to do something about it, or try to do something about it anyway, you never know. Looking at the order, how's things going with Project and Danny? And they're still fighting away.
Danny still leads from Project, but it's very close indeed. Calmundo has made his way to P5. I know he hasn't boxed yet, but that's impressive.
Yeah, it is very good for him, and I think that's good for the Renault bunch that they've got 2 drivers in the points at this stage. So it's all about trying to do that. But yeah, I think Project now has not been as competitive as likes to be. Like, he's not been. Yeah, he was quite close behind, and now he's not close behind. So maybe his tyres maybe giving up on him, maybe perhaps. As Mercedes in front of the Renault, if I said, is a little bit slow at this stage and holding Calmundo up a little bit. So Calmundo needs to make do with that Mercedes driver, I think, to have any chance of scoring very good points today. But this fair battle is continuing on, as we're a third way through this race. As Calmundo's trying to look for an opportunity to get past. Really is trying, as enough, I said, boxes it in. And so it's Calmundo, for Calmundo was actually, that was quite interesting. But Calmundo continues on, so he'll get the undercut. Yeah, he'll get the undercut. As
Danny and Project are in.
We'll see where RPZ comes out in respective. He should be able to take the net race lead at this point, and he will. With V6 following very shortly. Now, RBZ is still around there. Look at that, V6 might be all over him. He's got the slipstream, he's got the better exit, so he might be able to do something into this hairpin. He's a bit too far behind, I sense, so no. RBZ lost it on the exit there, and he's a little bit under pressure from V6 this stage. But V6 got the DRS now, he's got the exit he wants. Heads down into this tight corner coming out next. As he looks to the in, no, he cannot make it stick. Trying. He's in the slipstream. They're going to look at the inside, and no, he won't. So V6 is really trying to find a move and get past the Renault driver. And he's looking to have lots of pace around here, V6. I'm very surprised. I think we all were caught out here. I think from the votes, from who was going to win the race.
Yeah, very impressive.
Definitely, yeah.
Very impressive that these guys are catching these two ahead, so this could be prove crucial. Matiz down in 11th, Mike in 9th, right behind Delta, so he'll probably dispatch straight away.
Oh, that was a live shake there. Also, I think the slipstream glitch is happening because Cushion can get past Calmundo with the DRS, so yeah, I think it's happening. And he says opposite goes to the outside. He needs to make this one sick. Really does. He's in. Oh my god, it's close. It really is. And I think now RBZ needs to hope that his teammate lets him go here, and he goes to the outside. Carmundo will let him have it. He can't give it to him very easily, but he got it done very well. So he's done P3 as V6 is trying to battle his way through as well. It's all about trying to battle through the traffic, isn't it? About who can do it the best. And now V6 is trying to get past Carmundo. Yeah. And Renault will try their best to keep Carmundo in front of V6. V6 will go to the inside. He goes for it on the soft tyres. He gets the move done. Nothing can compare to fresh sets of tyres, and V6 is now into P3. So put to P1 and P2 for both of them, but that's now bridged the gap. Gorge Crab continues on his way, leading this race. Sort of unnoticed actually, so well done to him, but he's going to be going on a set of super soft ascents or something next. Or maybe even double ultra soft yet, you never know. Ascent's probably a super soft and then the ultra soft. But yeah, all very good right now.
V6 has dropped off RBZ because of that, so we'll see now whether he actually has true pace or whether he was just sticking within the DRS. But looked like he had good race pace, but we'll see if he can actually do that in the race. We've got Project and Danny maintaining their battle. It's been great stuff from them, and Project still right behind, with Mike now in 7th position, 15 seconds off the lead.
Yeah. I think Ryan Gorge is going to come in. I think it's been quite a long stint for him on a set of soft tyres, so maybe next sort of couple of laps, I assume. I mean, he's done nearly a half race since when they set us off, so I would assume very shortly. I mean, yeah. Like I said, we hope to try and get. He's obviously starting to bridge the gap to V6 here, so as now V6 sort of out of the slipstream, I think that's really helping us obviously get away here. That's why Cushion in 4th place, hit the pit as well. You got Danny M7 who's catching up, and you got Project 994 as well behind. Mike Marshmallow is now in 7th place currently. He's been a good recovery drive so far, but he's got a pit again, so I'm assuming he probably pit for another set of softs. But points are still on for him. Argentine's in 8th place as well, so they're on a recovery drive to the end of the race. Remember, a lot of the others are also on a set of, well, going to be pitting very soon as well. So the leaders, the former leaders, are trying to hopefully just score the points they need to score. As they got Feist Ted getting very feisty, behind Marzano as he goes to the inside and he gets the move done, so that's him into P9. So Mercedes are on for very good points today. Joey's in P11, Carmundo's in 12th all alone. Melanie is in P13. You've got Digital Lars in 14th place, very alone in that 14th place, very lonely. That's Monster in 15th place, also alone. SV Clark's all alone. Well, but now you got RBZ on the back of Gorge Crab. He goes to the outside here, heading down into the hairpin. Gorge will try everything he can, but I'm sure he won't have much to fight with. Oh my god, it's so close! And oh my god, RBZ's on the outside. DRS will be activated now. Can he get enough of the DRS? I think he can, and that is the lead taken from Gorge. Just Gorge with a look at the inside. He'll try to, but no, he won't. He doesn't see the point. So RBZ into the lead of the race once again. As V6 is dropping back a little bit now, so looking like the slipstream being out of his reach is not enabling him to really put on a fight, but he's doing a very good job so far. P6, definitely my driver of the day so far.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet race so far. Look at the gap between RBZ and V6 now. RBZ has really put the hammer down, and it could be game over, to be honest. If this continues, RBZ showing some great pace.
Project's trying to get past Danny, and I think he's got much more pace than Danny. But I do sense Danny's doing this to try and help Mike get back in this good position and in the good point playing positions. He's having a look at the inside. Just trying to. Danny. Project's been stuck behind Danny for a very long time, even before their stops. So that's interesting. As Project surely make something work. He goes to the inside, he tries, but he just cannot do anything here. He's a good exit here, and the set of DRS, he's a bit closer, so he'll be able to make some sort of move here, surely. As he slipstreams and DRSs it down the straight. But no, he's just not close enough. It's as if it's not active enough. It's not as effective.
No, not too much. Matiz is now behind Mike, and the gap is quite small actually. It's only 2 seconds, so we could see Matiz closing down this gap to Mike, and we could see round 2 of these guys, which is interesting.
Indeed, yeah. I also think that a collision was a contact model. You know, I think, you know, if you rub each other's tyres, if you do anything like that, you just ping pong off and you just go to Narnia. And I'm surprised that not one of them actually ends up, you know, being destroyed. You know, and their vehicle's being destroyed. Actually, I was surprised by that. So, very lucky indeed,
yeah.
I think, in that sense.
Danny's right behind Project. Project got past him, but Danny's looking to make the move straight back.
Yeah, he's going to try and get the cut back in here or something. Or he's going to go to the outside here. And you'll try and cut back. And what you got to do is park it on the apex as much as you can, leave him the dust. And he's being able to do that slightly, but Project will be under threats going into this next corner. Project to defend early, but he tried to defend early, but he couldn't. And look at that, Danny's going to be on the inside straight away. And they're going to be going wheel to wheel with each other. And you're going to try and go around the outside. No, he could not. He will try and go to the... No, he's just sit behind him. Project is really getting held up by Danny at this stage. You sense he's got a better pace. And he's just not being able to get past. And it's as if that DRS is not effective enough. Maybe he's running a bit more wing. I think Danny lost it a little bit there. And that made Project lose it slightly. That's very interesting. If you look down, Gorch is still holding up V6. And this is really, really helping RBZ. Now V6's got the opportunity. Going to go to the inside of Gorch Crab. And I'll tell you what, this has got to be Gorch Crab's most competitive race. He's still on that set of softs that he started on. So, that is very surprising. I'm surprised I haven't gone to Narnia yet.
Well, Matiz within the DRS. This could get tasty once again. Danny right behind Project again. So these battles are really good at the moment. Does have to be said. Gorsh is in third. Just got passed by V6.
Danny's on the inside. Is this worth it? Oh, they touch. They really do touch. He's driven Project 94 off the track, and that. Oh, he's lost it. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, God.
Ah, there goes Project.
Leave it in space, guys. Leave it in space, for God's sake. Yeah, this again, there's contaminal problems. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think Project actually came on the track too early. Yeah, I think I just tapped the story back on the other screen. As look at this, Matiz right on the rear of...
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, it's coming, you can feel it. And any moment now, then Matiz is going to go for it.
Could get fun.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't rule them out of the podium yet. You know, I think it's definitely on. Matiz is just
definitely on for
Oh, it's so early on the brakes for Mike. That was really early on the brakes for Mike. Matiz caught up so much in the braking zone. So again, Matiz he's slipstreaming now. Going to go to the inside. Does he try and go for it? Does he wait for the DRS? He'll wait for the DRS. He'll hold for it. Clever boy. And he's going to try and not give. He leaves the space. DRS will be active now. Didn't get the exit he wanted. Didn't get the exit, but he'll be closing now. Maybe they recuperate that exit. He goes to the inside. Does he make this move? Stick? He goes for it. He does. Very close from one another. They try and keep it clean. They do keep it clean. Oh, they touch again. Oh my God. They touch again. And that. Mike is really not leaving this. He's not leaving anything on the table, really. It's a good thing.
No, not at all.
I
know he's going to be very harsh after what happened earlier.
He's defending very ruggedly. These two.
Well, RBZ looks like he's off into the distance, and it looks like we are game, set, a match in terms of the victory. Looking very good.
Matiz is once again, goes to the inside. Maybe not. Don't know. He might just get the cut back and have to run, and Mike will just save for his DRS. He just says he just won't do it here. He'll just wait for the DRS to come active. As Mike's gonna go to the inside. He goes to the inside, and he's gonna try and move, but he won't be able to, and he'll get the DRS as a run out of it. Didn't get the absolute perfect run. We head down into this corner where they make contact earlier once again, and Matiz might want to defend to the. Yeah, he's okay. No move was made by Mike, so Matiz keeps the position for now, but Mike will stay with him throughout the rest of the lap, I'm sure.
Yes, Matiz got past.
Mike, yeah, the gap's sort of starting to open up a little bit, so trying to get some sprint space. As Matiz is going to box
Matiz
it in,
in.
and Mike continues on for another lap, so he doesn't follow suit. So he'll get the undercut, as V6 is currently still in P2, up is in P1. Penalties, actually, that's another thing we need to move on to. Is there any penalties out there? Gorge Crab pits in as well. So Gorge, and I think Gorge is the only guy on a completely different strategy, along with Mike and RG Matiz.
Yeah, see what's he going on to? I assume it'll be going on the softs again. Interesting strategy. He'll be going to obviously the end, and he'll be pushing all the way to the end as well.
Yep. As he got it's currently a 3-4-4 Red Bull. But we'll see how the lead is going. Is Abizid coming in? No, he isn't. So he continues on. And Stinty's doing a superb job out there. I'm not gonna lie, really, really good job. BC's doing a very good job as well out there. Those two have definitely done fantastic jobs. Yeah, nothing really happening at this stage. So Mike is just doing his thing. He's not pitting in as of yet, so he continues on. So he's doing something different to try and get the edge on Matiz. Weiss in P5, doing a slow job, so Comundo in P6. He's ahead of this group of Obergot's Joe Marzano, so this is a bit of a big group going on here. Lots to go.
Yeah, it is.
Everything to play for.
Commando up in P6. He's done really well. Impressive drive from him. Where's Matiz come out? He's come out in P10. Still got a chance at the podium here, no doubt about that. His pace is really, really strong. When will Mike pit? He'll be looking probably on the super softs or maybe even the ultra softs to try and get that advantage. Probably the supers though, and he'll be looking to try and get that pace advantage at the end, which is a pretty good strategy. But I'm sure he's going to get undercut by quite some way, as V6 is now 8 seconds behind. RBZ really pulling the plug on this race for the win.
Yes, he's doing what he can. But Mike continues on, so Mike definitely going for a set of softer tyres than Matiz. He's going to get a bit of a crazy undercut, I would have thought. And he's battling with Gorge to the stage just for lower end points. So actually, yeah, we'll see how it all pans out in the end. 11 laps to go.
So a long way to go, but not much action on track really. It's been a pretty quiet race in general, hasn't it? It's been not the most exciting one, unfortunately, but Calendar's been harassed at the moment. Matiz close to Gorge. That'll be an easy move for him. Yeah, it's been impressive from RBZ. It'll be back-to-back victories at this, looking like.
Yep. He won last time out, he won again, and it's the way to do it. He didn't have a very good couple of races at Monaco and Canada, so having the last two have been a sort of make-up duty for him, and he'd be able to take a lot of points out on the leaders. Increase that gap towards Matiz and Mike in the championship. But Mike pits in, so Mike's into pits now. We'll see what tyres he goes on. Goes on for the Mike very well, and here he comes.
Yeah, just looking at the championship now, it'd be very big for RBZ to take this. I'm not sure what the gap was here. It was to Mike. It was 30 points, so even with a big victory here, he's going to gain quite a few points, which is needed because he's been struggling at the moment this season. I know second and first doesn't seem like in the last 2 rounds, but he's had a few bad performances. 10th in Monaco, which was absolutely very unlucky for him. Detrimental to his season. 5th in Russia, that was as well when he threw it away, so he hasn't had the best of seasons. I know that sounds a pretty good season, 1st, 2nd, 2nd, 5th, 2nd, 10th, 2nd, 1st, but it's not been good enough so far. And with Matiz making 7 podiums in a row, it'll be struggle to make 8 here as RBZ does pit for the final time.
Yeah, I mean RBZ, 10th place, he only got reinstated because of that crash. It was out of his control pretty much, so managed to get that point and then sacrifice that point and get that point back, but yeah, it's not really enough here. Commando P5, he's done a very good job on that set of soft tyres. I don't think he has to stop again. I think he's actually on the one-stop race, so he's doing a really good job. Very good job, very good comeback through the field. Joe is right behind, so he's not been able to come off for a very long time. Look at this train of cars. There's actually, we've just seen RBZ pit in. So we've got Danny in front of him, and we've got V6 leading the race, as V6 hasn't pitted yet. So RBZ on the set of super softs, as we want to get their way very well. And we've got another car in front as well. So RBZ has still got a little bit of work to do. He's still got to get past that cheeky Red Bull. I'm sure Danny won't let him go very easily because obviously his teammate is very far down the order. But we'll look at the race directly quickly and look at the incidents. And we've got drive-through STB Clark's. Invalid lap time. I don't think you get invalid. Oh, just all these jump starts basically. And disqualification for Lost Roy obviously because yeah. 3-second penalty for V6. Drive-through for SB Clark's. V6 3 seconds for Lars. And 3 seconds for, oh my god, it's Joe. So that's all we need to know. So V6 has got the penalty and he's the guy at the front. So I think he can only settle for 32nd place here. As RBZ has really made inroads on the EM7.
Where's Matthias? He's 7th. He's closing in on Joe and Camundo once again. Has Mike pit? Mike has pit. What do you go on? You go on the super soft, as I said, but he's a long way behind Matthias, so it'll be impressive for him to get back to Matthias. And here comes RBZ right behind Danny, so we'll take him down the straight here with the DRS wide open. Should be a pretty simple move. Danny will probably fight it hard for his teammate to try and limit championship points, but there's no stopping RBZ at the moment. He's going around the outside now. Should be able to get that move done fairly simply. He should get a better exit on those tyres. And that's exactly what he does. RBZ up into P2. And now he's just got V6 ahead, and V6 is only just ahead. So RBZ will surely be taking this race win.
Definitely, yeah. But you do sense that V6 might go in for the ultra soft tyres. I don't know what he's going to do as he continues on for another lap again. So he's essentially doing what Mike's doing. Let's have a look at where Mike is. Mike's down into P9, so he's going to get a couple of points from this race. But he's going to set super soft tyres, and you got Arjun Matiz in 6th place, right behind Camundo. And you know what? He's quite far away, actually. I don't know if that was worth it for Mike, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think he's going to get anyone in Matiz now. Unfortunately for him, it's not looking very good as Matiz flies past Camundo. Matiz is now into P5. Camundo's going to try and get him back, I'm sure. Here he comes down the straight in the slipstream, but if Matiz can hold on to P5 here, that podium is not too far away whatsoever here as he breaks down into the hairpin now. Camundo is going to look up the inside, and he's gone very, very deep. Closed Matiz off completely. Matiz looking to get a better exit. Camundo will have the DRS, but Matiz will surely try to be later on the brakes. This could be very big for Camundo and his teammate in the championship, and Camundo maintains P5, so great racing from him to hold off Matiz for so long. RBZ is in P2 right behind V6. I'm not sure if V6 is trying to go to the end or if Danny is as well. Feisty Ted could be. I'm not sure what his strategy has been so far, but Matiz, it's only a matter of time before he gets past Camundo.
Yeah, Matiz is just going to be a bit infuriated by that. He's like, why? You know, why hold me up? But then again, it is his teammate. In the end, he goes around the outside just about as Camundo had to really avoid that. And you've got to look at that. Joe's going to set up a move here. Camundo might be a little bit rattled by that, but I think he'd be okay. And stand one. Yeah, I think he'd be okay. But now, Matiz now into P5, doing a superb job. Fights Ted also. Another guy who's been a little bit unnoticed. P3, P4 for him. Danny's in P3, is now chasing after V6. Goes to the left hand side. He's going to get the move around the outside of V6. They touch. They really do touch. And V6 is now in second place. So V6, and not really worth doing what he's done on those soft tyres. I sense maybe he might have cost himself this. Well, not cost himself anything, but maybe he might even cost himself the podium because those softs are going to be really worn, surely.
They will be. They'll be very worn indeed. Who's he got behind him? He's got Danny M7 behind him now. The gap could be interesting because with V6 having penalties, does Danny? No, he doesn't. So this could be very interesting. Matiz has a few warnings, so he's very close to a penalty now, and he is going to hopefully close in for him for Feisty Ted, and the podium is just about within his reach.
Just about, yeah. And Mike's right behind Gorge now. It's just a good battle to watch on as Mike tries to get through and get some more points on Gorge. Goes to the inside, here he goes. And he gonna try to make the move stick. He does, and he's into P8. Gorge gonna try to switch back on him though, and you know Gorge might try and have a little look back on Mike here. Goes to the inside on Mike. Mike's gonna be like, okay, all right, I'm just giving you the space. I'll leave it the space. And he'll be on the inside though. Mike will be on the outside. Does Gorge go for it? He does go for it. And you're gonna try and force him off, and it's close. And look at that. Gorge should have the DRS and get back at Mike, I think. But does Mike have a little bit more strong on speed? No, he doesn't. So Mike down to P9 and Gorge back up to P8. But I don't sense he can be able to hold on for that much longer.
No, it should be only a matter of time before Mike gets past Gorge here, and he'll be very frustrated because he can get up to Joe and Camundo, so P6 not too far away from Mike at the moment here. And you know what, P4 is right on the doorstep for Matiz. Matiz showing incredible pace at the moment, and he will surely get past Ted. I think Ted's only one stop so far. Oh my goodness, I think Matiz lifted off, Feisty Ted, sorry, lifted off on the straight or something there, because Matiz had to take avoiding action. But Matiz into P4, and the gap to Danny is about quite high actually. It's about 7 seconds, so it's going to be difficult for him to close that gap with just 5 laps remaining.
Watch out for Mike because of the outside. You have the DRS once again, so this has got to be the opportunity he takes. But Gorge is not going to let him have it very easily. You've got to be careful, boys, with that contact model. Mike really does not want to spin off Gorge. That would be the worst scenario. But Gorge is going to have not this good exit, so Mike gets the move done. But does Gorge go for it on the inside? Does he really risk it for a biscuit? No, he doesn't. So Mike into P8 now. He's finally got the move done, and he's done a really decent job there. Camundo in P6. He's hoping to hold on for that, as Feist's in P5 now, right behind RGB who actually got past him. So Matiz has done a fantastic comeback through the field. Danny in P3, V6 still out there in P2, and he's getting caught. And that 3-second penalty might hurt him. You never know, he might not be able to even finish on the podium, because look how far away RBZ is. Quite far.
RBZ is so far away. It's been a terrific drive from RBZ. He will surely, regard unless any catastrophe here, he will take a very welcome victory back to back for him. V6, yep, starting to drop off, and the gap between Danny and Matiz is still it's now about the 5-second mark. So Matiz needing to gain 5 seconds in 4 laps, so it's going to be close, but he might be able to do it.
Definitely, you never know. But it's all pretty good out there. It's all very quiet in the top 4 for
Joe
now.
for P7.
Right, so Mike now into P7. He can be chasing after Camundo. So Camundo is under threat here, but do you think that P6 is probably always going to get, or maybe he could get P5? Is P5 on?
Depends how much Feisty Ted loses really. He hasn't pit so far. He's only pit once so far, sorry, so his tyres will be very warm by the end of the race, so that could open an opportunity for Mike. He's going to have to make 2 moves up though in the remaining 3 laps of this Grand Prix. Check how Matiz is closing in on Danny, and he is. It's now 3 seconds, so there is a chance.
George is really trying to get past Joe.
The move.
Yeah, George is also another one who's going to try and make some inroads as well. He's right behind, oh my god, it's Joe. And he's on the fast set of tyres, so you do sense that George will be able to get past him. We head down the slipstream. Nothing as of yet. Mike is right behind Camundo here, and you sense anytime soon, so we're going to keep on board with these boys. This is for P5. And
P4's looking good for Mike if he can make that move straight away.
Yeah, who actually left? I thought Mike was in P7, so has someone retired?
You got past. Yeah, I don't know actually.
Ah,
that'll be it. Yeah, the ultra.
The V6 is now on the off the podium now. He's completely far behind. So that one stop didn't work.
10th.
That in 10th place.
He had to follow through with that. If he was, maybe he had a punch, I don't know, but he should have followed through with that. Because that was his only chance of getting good points. And what's the gap between Danny and Matiz? It's not much. Matiz still has a chance of. Oh, Matiz is third now, so he still has a chance of P2.
That is amazing. That is actually amazing how they've been able to come and do their comeback. But Mike is going to be on for
Mike
P5
needs to make
here.
the move now.
And you know what? And, he's going to the outside here. And I think Mike obviously will be like Do not let him past easy. Do not let him past. And he's lost the rear end on the exit, but Mike Commander will have the DRS on the car in front as well. So this is going to be a little bit painful for Mike. Goes to the inside. Does he go for it? He tries. And Vice Ted's holding them up as well. After you said Commander can get past Vice Ted, that could be good for Commander. Oh, he's going to go to the inside. Mike's going to go to the inside. Does he make this move stick? He hugs the inside. Commander tries.
Matiz has gone around the outside of Danny. Matiz is P2. Matiz is P2.
Oh my god.
Danny's let him through.
That is incredible.
Now Mike will be after Feisty Ted for P4. And you never know, team tactics could come into play here. Will Danny let Mike through if Mike can get into that position?
Yeah,
that'd be a shock podium if that happened.
Yeah. He's getting past Foster now. He needs to be down, and Vice has lost the rear end on the pressure. So yeah, he's got him done, and I'm surely that's in P4 in the last lap. It's Mike's had a very good comeback, but you know what? Vice doesn't want to give it up that easily. Maybe he might be the guy who won't yield into the plane from the outside, have the better traction inferior. We won't have the DRS. Vice will have the DRS. And Vice is going to go to the inside, but meanwhile, I sense as he gets the move, I watch the move happen. If it does happen, Vice is on the inside, and he gets the move.
He's pushing him wide, pushed him very wide. What a move!
And IBZ is coming home to take a win, a back-to-back wins in Baku and now in Austria. P2 for RG Matiz. He is going to be a very happy man after coming from the field with that collision with Mike Marshmallow. Superb job from him, I have to say.
Mike is so close.
P3, does Danny leave and just let him go? Does he do it?
No, he doesn't. Across the line. Mike's on the outside into the final corner of
they're pushing each other. He's in the wall.
Oh, big contact.
And that was very interesting.
Wow.
As I said, still gets P5 in the end, luckily. But I don't think Feisted will be at all happy with that. I don't know what happened from out on boards, but Maranzano coming for P9, and that is very good for him.
P6 is coming round in a disappointing. P11, he's lost P10. Okay, he's lost the points. I don't know what he's doing, but P6 has lost.
That's very a shame. And there you go, that is your final standings. RBZ wins the Austrian Grand Prix, back-to-back victories, just what we need for this championship. Argentiz in P2, very good comeback through the field after this from Mike Marshmallow. P3 for Danny M7, P4 for Mike Marshmallow. So a good day for Red Bull, and Mike managed to get a good recovery drive on there. P5 for Ted, very good job for him. And P6 for Commando, so good job for Renault. P7 for Gotch Crab, P8 for Margaret Joe, and P9 for Marazona, and P10 for SRL Cushion, and Lars Projanai for V6. But they didn't get in the points in the end, so that is it for that race. We'll get the top 3 in, both RBZ, Margin Matiz, and Danny.